I was hauling reefers through Georgia late July. Humidity was thick enough to chew. It was the kind of heat that made your shirt stick to your back before you hit second gear. My route was short, Macon to Savannah. Just a straight east run on I-16. I'd driven it dozens of times, nothing weird, no hills, just trees, asphalt, and air so wet your windows fogged from the outside in. I left the dock around 11:30 p.m. Wanted to beat the sunrise and hit the drop yard before 5 a.m. About 90 minutes in, I see flashing hazards on the shoulder. Old box truck looked abandoned. No signs of life, no damage, no flares. But the part that stuck out? Every window was covered from the inside with newspaper. Taped shut, no gaps. I slowed but didn't stop. And as I passed, I swear I saw someone press their face to the paper from inside. It left a perfect outline, forehead, nose, mouth. Like condensation gave them away. I shook it off, told myself I was tired. Cracked a monster, kept rolling. About 20 miles later, I see it again. Same box truck, same hazard lights, same damn newspapered windows. Now I'm wide awake. I hit the brakes, pull over, walk up to the truck with my flashlight. My arm hairs are already standing up. No plate on the front, no logo, just dust. I knock. No response. But then something hits the inside of the back door, hard. Boom. Once, then nothing. I book it back to my cab, start the truck. But when I check the mirror, the box truck's lights are off now. Pitch black. I floor it. Didn't even signal merging. Just got back on the road and didn't look back. Then came the CB. I hadn't touched it all night. Didn't even have it on. But it crackled to life. Static, then a whisper. Should have opened it. That voice wasn't from my channel. Wasn't any driver I knew. And I sure as hell didn't reply. I made it to Savannah just before 5. Backed into my spot, shut down, walked into dispatch like nothing happened. But here's the thing. When I came out 30 minutes later, there was a box truck parked 3 spots down. Old, dusty, newspapered windows. And across the driver's side door, written in dust like a finger dragged it. Next time, open it. I had just turned 36. My daughter was about to start kindergarten, and I was hauling hazmat tankers out of Indiana. This load was clean, food grade. No danger, no alarms, just a straight shot to Oregon. It was around 1:30 a.m., middle of Nebraska. Dark road, no cars. Just my rig and static on the CB. That's when I saw it. A sedan, parked sideways across the shoulder, hazards blinking, driver's door wide open. I slowed down. I've seen wrecks, I've seen setups. But something felt off. No smoke, no skid marks, no driver. Just an old brown teddy bear sitting in the middle of the road, perfectly upright, clean. I stopped 100 feet back, grabbed my flashlight, walked slow, quiet, no movement. No sound except the low hum of my engine behind me. Then I heard it. A voice soft right behind my ear. She left it for you. I turned so fast I dropped the light. Nobody there. But my truck's passenger door was now open. I swear on everything, I locked it. I locked it before I stepped out. I always do. Inside on the passenger seat, my daughter's photo. But the one in the frame was different. Same smile, same face. But her eyes were closed. Like she was sleeping. Or worse. I burned through 400 miles that night. Didn't stop for fuel, didn't eat. Called home the next morning. My wife said our daughter had a nightmare that night. Said she woke up crying, asking if I was okay. I told her I was fine. Told her I loved her. Told her to keep that teddy bear we packed last summer in the attic. But we never had a teddy bear. And we don't have an attic. I was running load solo through Utah. Long stretches of nothing. No cell signal, no gas stations for hours. That night it was just me, the hum of my rig, and a full moon hanging like a spotlight over the salt flats. I had music playing low, windows cracked just enough to let in the desert breeze. It was peaceful, until I saw someone standing in the road. White dress shirt, black slacks. No car, no bag, no shoes. I slammed the brakes. My whole trailer rocked. By the time I came to a full stop, he was gone. Didn't run, didn't wave, just vanished. I sat there for a good minute. Told myself I imagined it. Desert heat, fatigue, that kind of thing. But about 20 minutes later, I passed a billboard. It was blank. Just white paint. Except someone had written, "Thank you for stopping," in red, like with their finger. like it was smeared. That's when the CB turned on by itself. Same old channel I always use, but dead silent. Not even static. Then came the knock. Not on my door, on the inside wall of the sleeper. 3 knocks, slow. I whipped around. Nothing there. I drove the next 90 miles with my dome light on. Didn't even blink. When I pulled into a truck stop and laid down, I smelled something. Old cologne. Not mine. I looked in the side pocket where I keep my logbooks. There was a Motel Key. Room 6. No name, just a worn tag, and a folded receipt for a dinner I never ate. The timestamp on it? Exactly when I stopped for the man in the road. I took a contract out of Flagstaff. Livestock run, night hauls. Destination was a small processing facility up near the Idaho line. The route wasn't a usual one, not interstates. Mostly back roads and 2-lane highways through dry desert and old mining towns. Dispatch warned me. Cell service is bad, fuel up often. Don't stop unless you have to. I figured they were just being cautious. But 3 hours in, I understood why. About 20 miles past a town called Elkhorn Bend, barely a dot on the GPS, I noticed something strange. The cattle got quiet, dead quiet. Now anyone who's hauled livestock knows they don't all chill at once. There's always one kicking, one shifting weight, one mooing. But for the past 10 minutes, nothing. Then came the mile marker, 241. At first I thought it was just the number, but then I passed another. Mile marker 241 again. Same graffiti, same bullet hole in the post, same dead tree to the right of the road. I looked at my dash. I'd been driving 10 minutes. I knew I should have gone farther. I thought maybe I missed something, but just to be safe, I dropped a pin on my offline map. Kept going. 10 minutes later, same marker, same exact one, third time. That's when I noticed my fuel. I had burned more diesel than I should have, like way more. And the cattle? Still dead silent. I pulled over, shut the engine down, stepped outside. The air didn't smell like desert anymore. It smelled like iron, like wet steel. And the night was loud. Not with bugs or coyotes, but with echoes, footsteps, clangs, voices, not in English, not in any language I know. I opened the trailer. All the cattle were standing still, facing the back, like they were waiting for something to open it from the outside. I slammed it shut, got back in, started driving, fast, but every 10 minutes, mile marker 241, every time, like a loop, until 3:17 a.m. I remember because my dash lit up like a lightning strike, bright red warning, but not engine or def or low tire pressure. It said, "Do not stop." Never seen that warning before, not on a freight liner, not on anything. Right then I saw a truck, headlights in the distance coming toward me. A relief until it passed me. It was me. Same truck, same decals, same crack on the windshield. Driver looked just like me, but he wasn't driving. He was staring. Dead ahead, hands off the wheel. I don't remember how I got out of that loop. All I know is I woke up parked at a truck stop in Idaho. No memory of the last 60 miles. Full tank, clean logbook. And the cattle? All dead, slumped in the trailer. No marks, no wounds. Just gone. Dispatch didn't say anything. Didn't ask questions. But when I went to get my next route, the lady at the desk paused. She said, "You been out to Elkhorn Bend?" I nodded. She just said, "Most don't come back." I used to run the I-10 stretch from Phoenix to Baton Rouge every week. Same stops, same fuel stations. Felt more like routine than work. One winter night I was coming through Texas, just past Kerrville, when I saw a hitchhiker. Not unusual. But this guy had on a military jacket, and something about the way he stood. He looked like he'd been waiting for me. I pulled over, rolled down the window. "Where you headed?" I asked. "Home," he said. Didn't give a town. Didn't give a name. Just climbed in, sat quiet in the passenger seat, hands folded like he was praying. He didn't say a word for the next 50 miles. Then, as we passed a wide-open rest stop with an old American flag flapping in the wind, he said, "That's it right there." I looked around. There was no house, no driveway, just a flag, a picnic table, and one oak tree. "You sure?" I asked. He nodded, opened the door, and before stepping out said, "Tell her I'm sorry I left before her birthday." Then he was gone. Not like ran off gone. I blinked and the seat was empty. Door still shut. Truck still rolling 65. I pulled over shaking. Next morning, I stopped in San Antonio for breakfast. The waitress saw the military patch he'd left on my dash. Asked where I got it. I told her the story. She came back from the kitchen with tears in her eyes. Said her brother wore that same patch. Disappeared on a hitch west of Phoenix, back in 1985.